Welcome to Everyday Woman, and we are talking about savings and how to think about the future. We have Emily Chase Smith here to help us think about that. It's so hard when we're thinking about our finances to really plan ahead, and at this age to start thinking about retirement. It seems so far away. How do you convince people that they need to start early?
One of my favorite things to do is have people go to an online calculator and play with the power of compound interest. So if you put in X number of dollars a month at a certain interest rate, what does that look like 20 years from now? And it's really exciting. I mean, you start to see that power of compound interest. Even if I only put $1,000 in right now, 20 years from now, that's pretty significant money. If I was to put $10,000 in right now, I mean, if I'm young, that could be enough.
Well, and for a lot of people, when they're young, $10,000 seems intimidating, daunting. So, I mean, are you saying, like, even if you're putting, $10 away a month or things like that, is that really going to be significantly helping you?
I'm not sure that it's the $10 that's going to help you. What's going to help you is the discipline of having put aside $10.
That's so smart.
Yeah, when $10 is all you have. I mean, when you're really young and you're slinging hash and waitressing, $10 is a lot. But you have the discipline now of already doing $10, so when you're 30, it's $1,000, and then all of a sudden you're handled.
And is that the same thing as far as with debt, just trying to pay it down? Just keep plugging away at it. I think the credit cards are doing something smart now. When you see on their billing statement, they tell you, if you're just paying the minimum, you're going to be here for a long time, so welcome to the family.
Absolutely.
So, how much should people be paying down their debt versus savings?
The first thing, if you have credit card debt, you mentioned a perfect thing. They're not doing that altruistically. They're required to do that.
Yeah, they got their arm twisted on that, right?
I saw a client and theirs said 28 years to pay down this. 28 years of making this minimum monthly payment. You can save yourself so much money, so much headache, and put yourself in such a good position if you can get rid of that credit card debt. That's the thing I like to see go first.
Well, and so many families are struggling out there right now because, you have these couples who not only are they taking care of their kids, but they also have to take care of their parents. And it's so, it's hard enough to plan for your own retirement, but elder care is so expensive. And so how do you plan for something like that you really might not foresee?
It's so hard. And then the sandwich generation is a relatively new phenomenon, and it's really as a result of the parents, the elder generation, not doing the planning. So the one thing we can do is take a page out of their book and say, we're not going to do that to our kids. We're not going to come to their house and say, I can't take care of myself. I need you to take care of me physically and financially. I just think I have such a heart for people in the sandwich generation. That's so hard to raise your kids and take care of your elderly parents. I'm not sure you can really plan for that other than, it's an emergency situation like you would plan for any other emergency situation.
Well, it's kind of like, you're paying a house payment on elder care basically, because it's not so much, the can I physically take care of them. I mean, sometimes you need a full-time nurse, otherwise you're not working to be able to pay for their care. So it's really a tough situation for a lot of families who are struggling with that.
And some elderly people cannot be left alone. I mean, if you have Alzheimer's, they tend to wander. I mean, there's some significant situations where they absolutely need that care. It's not a matter of do I want to or not. You can't. Okay.
But, what you were saying before of you just need to keep plugging away at it and keep building in the discipline of doing a little bit more each time.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much for giving us those tips. And you can visit her at emilychasesmith.com. For more information, you can also go to everydaywoman.com. We'll be back.